I'm not vouching for what that man did to me that day. I'm trying to help you understand that I learned more about love that day with a sex offender than any other previous relationship. I've experienced countless men at bars trying to pick me up, so I'm not saying I'm above it. But their act of taking you home and faking a connection, well, isn't still the same affliction? Isn't what they do just as bad as what that psycho did to me? You resent the fact that it's just so goddamn easy for this connection to be fake. Surely we should feel exploited. These men can fake a connection so convincingly they get you to believe you could be kindred souls when all they really want to do is take you home, have sex with you, and then give you a disconnected phone number and never call you again. Still emotional attachment, it still hurts. And isn't it funny that this act isn't seen as a crime, as it's seen as normal? It's normal to make them fall for you on a regular basis, but they can't get convicted as there is no physical damage. But surely emotional damage is worse. The only reason they go through this victimizing crime is because the connection they tried so hard to form terrifies them. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, I know you want to hear about that night and hear the thing that saved me. It was focus. It was only once I got in the car and had started moving that I realised something was off. I realised this man's true intentions before he even made it clear to me. So when he did finally tell me, I wasn't the least bit surprised. I could see the idea was in his eyes. I have no idea how I brought myself to bring up the courage to shake the feeling. I could only describe it as being literally paralysed with fear. I would not beg or plead or fight. I just stared directly into his eyes, willing myself not to break contact. I looked at this man as an ensouled, beautiful, and albeit a tormented person, instead of a threat. This was the sole connection I needed to save my life. I used focus to empathise with this man. He asked me to get out of the car and lie prone on the ground, so I do. Never breaking contact, and I don't know whether it was because I was so kid-scared, but this caused me to go into a heightened state. The focus helped me to hear birds, yards away from what he was doing to me. I know he came to the same realisation as I. After a while, the silence, he began to weep, and it took no effort of mine to hold him just while he raped me. I just stared lovingly the whole time when he realised I had never loved anyone before. The connections I had felt before were fake, made up, improvised. I had experienced more love with this psychotic. I have found his one weakness and undressed the soul exposing emotion with another human being, and isn't that what love is? I implore you to bracket your contempt. I realise what I'm saying to you might sound crazy, but the thing is, know what I felt, and I know that means I can't help you, but fine. I stand before you, judge me, bitch, it's because of this that I feel sorry for you, because you will never experience a real connection, a real focus,